Hey there guys, how's it going, and welcome to a Call of Duty commentary. In today's video we're going to be discussing the submachine guns that are going to be in the Modern Warfare 3 online multiplayer, going through all of them, seeing how they rack up in terms of stats, and discussing the possible perk setups that are going to probably serve us well when we start playing Modern Warfare 3 up in November, which is coming soon, depending on when you're watching this video of course. Anyway, the action on screen is some Modern Warfare 2, and this is a compilation of me using the submachine guns that are in Modern Warfare 2 that are also going to be in Modern Warfare 3. And the stats are actually identical for the guns in those two games, you know, for the ones that are in both. So it's probably, they're probably going to be quite similar, but we'll discuss that more at length later on in the video. Down the bottom here we have possible perks that I think are going to be good perks to use when you're actually using a submachine gun, and we'll talk about that first because in the last video I didn't really mention the perks till the end. So what have I got down the bottom here? The ones on the left is Extreme Conditioning, Blast Shield and Steady Aim. Extreme Conditioning, I'm sure a lot of you are used to that one. It's been, I think it's been in all of the Call of Duties, as Marathon or Extreme Conditioning, and it's Extended Sprint, and that's going to be really useful with your submachine gun because the whole point of a submachine gun is to get close to the enemy, because at mid to long range you're going to be outgunned by pretty much every other gun class in the game, you know, a sniper, a assault rifle. So you want to be getting in the faces of the opposition, get as close to them as possible. So Extreme Conditioning is going to give you that edge in terms of letting you get into that spot that you need to be in to be most effective. We've got Blast Shield there as well, just because when you're being aggressive you're probably going to have lots of grenades thrown in your face, lots of explosives you're going to be trying to run through, so that's always a useful perk, and I just love to use it anyway because you know how many people just love to use explosives in these Call of Duty games. And Steady Aim again, because when you're up close every second counts, and if you've got the ability to hip fire and hip fire accurately, you're going to be taking down everyone at close range. So you might as well be the most effective as you can be at close range, because at longer range you're going to be having a tough time. The second perks I've got there is Extreme Conditioning, Assassin, which is Modern Warfare 3's Ghost, and Sit Rep. I would say this is like my ninja sneaky class that would be really good for search and destroy, because I think submachine guns are the perfect gun for search and destroy. Obviously people love doing snipers, but if you're going to be aggressive and go try hard, submachine guns are the ones, because if you're going to be flanking people, you know, being aggressive in search, you're probably going to come up to them very close, and you want to be able to hear them and you don't want them to be able to hear you. So I'd probably swap out the last one for Ninja. I can see a lot of people, well it's not Ninja, it's going to be Dead Silence. I can see a lot of people going to be running Extreme Conditioning, Assassin and Dead Silence in Modern Warfare 3. That is the ultimate sneaky ninja class. I didn't choose it here because I think it's a bit cheap, you know, using Assassin and Dead Silence. I don't know. We'll see when the game comes out how it all plays out. But Sit Rep is a good one to use, because if you're playing Search and Destroy, a lot of people plant claymores in areas that people run through a lot. So Sit Rep is always useful. And I don't know, it's a tough choice though between Dead Silence and Sit Rep. I think it's a tricky one to choose between. So let's talk about the guns that are here on the right hand side. We've got the MP5, which I believe is very similar to the one in Modern Warfare 2, if not identical. Apart from it looks a bit different, it's got that stock on the back of it, so I don't know if that's going to mean better recoil or something like that. The UMP looks exactly the same, stats are exactly the same for that gun in Modern Warfare 2. And we've got the P90 as well, which again looks, well, identical to the P90 used in other Call of Duty. So I'm sure those will be interesting, but we all know about those guns, so we don't need to discuss those ones too much. Let's get to the interesting part, which is the guns that aren't in Modern Warfare 3 or any other Call of Duties. We've got the PP90, which I think is the third gun that you unlock, and people from the Call of Duty XP event who are playing said the PP90 was a really good gun and they really enjoyed using it. It's a sprayer's dream apparently, high fire rate, and you know, ideal for what a submachine gun does best, which is close quarters situations. Whether that's going to be a long range one, I don't know. Is it maybe the new Vector? I don't know. Did the Vector have a high fire rate? I suppose it had a medium to high fire rate. But I was also talking to my friend who's playing Modern Warfare 3 extensively right now, who a lot of you guessed correctly in the last video and probably will guess correctly right now, but he said PP90 is definitely going to be a new favourite. He said it's a sprayer's dream, people are going to love it with Steady Aim. So you know, the ones that are high fire rate, Steady Aim is going to be ideal. I mean, especially if the recoil isn't too bad. Which takes me on to the next weapon I'm going to discuss, which is actually the last submachine gun you unlock, which is the MP7. if you look at the stats there, it says, you know, it's got pretty much identical stats to the UMP. I think they probably are identical. So any gun that's got identical stats to UMP is going to be really good. And my friend was saying that it's got hardly any recoil as well, which is good. The MP7, as you can probably tell, is like a more developed version of an MP5. It's made by the same company. I think they're called Heckler and Koch, who make the MP5. They also make the G36C, so apparently it's got a little bit of the G36C's traits. I don't know how that would relate in a Modern Warfare 3 game, but that's what it was saying when I was researching the gun, that it acts a little bit like the G36C. But anyway, I don't know, we'll see. To be fair, from the stats and just looking at that MP7, it looks like a gun I'm going to want to be using, and unfortunately it's a later unlock again, so probably my two guns I'm looking forward to using the most, AK-47 and the MP7, are late unlocks, unfortunately. Although I think it was the CM901, which was in the assault rifle category, that is also a gun I'm looking forward to using, and that isn't unlocked so late, so that's all good. The last weapon we're going to be taking a look at here is the PM9. You can see it's got decent stats there. It looks a little bit like the Mini Uzi, and from what I was reading about it, I think it might perform a little bit like that. I believe it's a Japanese weapon used in the Japanese Special Forces since 1990. I don't know too much about it. I haven't seen it because it's a late unlock, but it looks good. However, if it acts like a Mini Uzi, like it looks like, I doubt that's going to be one that I'm going to be using very much. But my contact I've been talking to said that all of the submachine guns managed to hold their own. They're all good options, so I doubt it's going to be a very weak gun, but obviously looking forward to using it because I haven't used it before. So out of this whole, out of all of these submachine guns, I'd have to say the one I'm looking forward to using the most is the MP7. Amazing stats because it's got the same stats as the UMP. Whether that will be 100% true, I don't know, because these stat bars aren't always accurate, but I'm really looking forward to using that. And I don't know, I think the submachine guns even won't be too much of a popular choice. There's so many assault rifles. Assault rifles are so versatile. I mean, maybe there's smaller maps. Maybe in Search and Destroy I'll have my couple of submachine gun classes, but I can't see myself using them too much. I mean, if the UMP is as powerful as it is in Modern Warfare 2, as you can see from what's going on screen, then obviously it's going to be a good choice to use, especially with Blast Shield, or Blast Shield and Dead Silence would be a really nice combination actually. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing another one on the sniper rifles as soon as I've done a bit more research, because I'd like to actually know how these guns behave, which ones really are the best, you know, from my sneaky insider knowledge from people that I've been talking to give you guys a good opinion on what's going on. I'd appreciate it if you liked, favourite the video. You can see I put a fair amount of effort into these ones with making the little design here. I'm no Photoshop expert, you know. I have a go and I'm getting better at it, so I'm going to be bringing you guys better stuff, like better presentation and just better overall editing. So hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm sorry, when Modern Warfare 3 is out and we're way off. That's a real shame. But anyway, from what he was saying that the CM901 looks like the standout assault rifle at the start. You can see there it's the 4th gun you unlock. I can't read what level that is. I think it says 31. Sorry, excuse me if I'm wrong again. I can't read it right now, like I said. But he was saying that this is a really good gun. As you can see from the stats, it's powerful, I think with a slightly slower fire rate, so it's